Welcome to this episode of Beacon Web News. I'm Karesha Graham. Student engagement will be hosting another Paint and Sip event in the Campus Center Marketplace from 5 to 7 p.m. tonight. So come grab a canvas, some paint, and sip some hot chocolate. All students are welcome. Join the Site Club in the Marketplace from 4:30 to 6 p.m. on Friday, April 26 to build a self-care basket. They will have an assortment of spa-themed goodies for anyone to take, and there will also be a raffle with some bigger spa-themed prizes. The Sullivan Lounge is officially open as Student Lounge. Our reporter Dylan Shank has more on this story.
Hello, my name is Dylan Shank, and with the revamping of the Sullivan Lounge, many students are excited to come explore the amenities. However, some worry that they cannot hold their club meetings anymore because this was the main space for that to do so. We now have comments from Jeanette Smith.
So my name is Jeanette Smith. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs. Student Affairs is one of several divisions at MCLA. We have a host of departments. The Sullivan Lounge used to be a lounge before it transitioned into being an event space. And when I started almost 3 years ago, one of the first student feedback during a listening session that I received was a need for more spaces for students just to be a truly identified commuter lounge. So students can still use it even if they can't reserve it. And we have seen clubs go in and host their own events or club space time knowing that it isn't a guarantee, but it is a visible space that they can use. So we've experienced that. We identified 7 other spaces that had great AV, large capacity, multifunctional and purpose. You could move chairs and tables around for different settings or webinars or whatever it was that you needed it to do and be. And we looked at ADA accessibility as well. We identified 8 different non-academic spaces across the campus that we could support that.
That's all for me today. If you have any more questions, you can email Jeanette Smith or go see her on the 3rd floor of the Campus Center. Have a great day and back to the studio.
Pittsfield City Street improvement work is set to continue through April 26. Paving Saratoga Drive, May Terrace, and Ivy Lane will take place today while installing curbs in other areas such as Kirkwood Drive and Fairway Avenue will continue the rest of the week. Residents and visitors are advised to use caution when traveling on these roads. For a 5th year, Namkeg is hosting the Daffodil and Tulip Festival. The first tulips of the season are already in bloom, along with the daffodils. You can enjoy a self-guided tour of the first floor of the house and wander amid 8 acres of tulips and other springtime blossoms when you visit the Guild Age Cottage and its historic gardens. On April 8th, Tamar Sarai, the 2024 Hardman journalist in residence, visited students and spoke on the importance of narrative in addressing social change. Our reporter, Alex Conklin, was there to give us insights into her lecture.
Monday, April 8th, 2024, the Hardman Lecture Series hosted an event at MCLA's Feigenbaum Center for Science and Innovation building. Tamir Sari Davis, who is a writer and journalist for Prism based in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was the guest speaker.
Please let us give a very warm welcome as she dives into movement journalism to Tamar Sarai. Thank you so much, Chloe, for the introduction. And thank you so much for everyone for coming out tonight. I'm really excited to talk about movement journalism and hopefully introduce some of you to the work that we're doing at Prism.
Tamir's main focuses are on race, culture, and the criminal legal system. Her working for Prism looks at how African Americans are impacted by today's society.
In some cases, it can mean interviewing non-traditional sources and placing them in the center of our stories. In the case of my coverage area, the carceral system, that often means interviewing people who are currently in prison. In the context of maybe educational reporting, that means to create a foundation for these journalism outlets to produce reporting long-term that can really change the news landscape. And I don't have a concrete answer for that, but I think that that's something
This is Alex Conklin reporting from MCLA Beacon Web News.
Two MCLA students, Pablo Calderon and Alex Miller, have been chosen to showcase their films at the Berkshire Film Festival. The festival will take place on Saturday, May 4th at Image Cinema in Williamstown. Starting at 4:30 p.m., the event will feature screenings of their films followed by a reception. An encore presentation will be held at 7:30 p.m. Tickets can be purchased through the Image Cinema website. The film club will be providing transportation for the 4:30 p.m. showing. Interested individuals are encouraged to email Pablo Calderon for more information. Dr. Jeanette Simmet, Vice President of Student Affairs at MCLA College of Liberal Arts, has been appointed to the Board of Trustees of Berkshire Health Systems. This new role for Dr. Simmet reflects her extensive experience in academic administration and her deep commitment to community health and well-being. Our reporter Bree Cody provided an exclusive glimpse into the 46th annual Sam Gomez 5K road race held on April 7th.
The 46th annual Sam Gomez 5K was held on Sunday, April 7, 2024. With more about this, I interviewed Paige Dufer, the student trustee of MCLA.
Sam Gomez 5K Road Race is an annual race that was put on in desire to honor a former professor who passed away named Sam Gomez. So every year we hold the race in between April and March to honor him. All the money that's collected from racers registering, that money goes to a local nonprofit, and every year we pick a different one, which the students actually pick where the nonprofit's going to be. And this year it was the Lewison House, which is a homeless shelter and also transitional housing, and it's right here in North. We had roughly 20 volunteers come and help us set up the race and break the race down and work during the race. And then roughly about 30 runners, most of which were students, and our biggest sports group that had runners was the MCLA women's soccer team. I'd say the biggest positive for the race this year was how well it ran. We had a very easy setup, very easy run through, and a very easy cleanup, easier than last year, and we will continue to host this race for as many years as possible.
A quick MCLA history fact is Professor Sam Gomez is the founder of the school's cross-country team. This road race is also one of the oldest in Berkshire County.
It's been BWN. I'm your reporter, Bree Cody.
3 Berkshire Health Systems primary care clinics have been honored with the Massachusetts Health Quality Partners Patient Experience Awards for exceptional patient care. The awards reflecting the state's only statewide survey of patient experience in primary care recognize Adams, Intense, Berkshire, and Lennox Family Health of their high standards in patient-provider communication and healthcare delivery. Awards categories include assessments of behavioral health issues and professional office staff interactions. Susan Steenstrup died after being rescued from a fire at her home in Berkshire on Monday. Firefighters pulled Steenstrup from the second floor of the 1930s two-story house at 1 Marlborough Drive around 6:45 p.m. The blaze, which reportedly started in the kitchen, remains under investigation. Steenstrup, the home's sole occupant, was transported to Berkshire Medical Center, where she later succumbed to her injuries. MCLA staff has recently gained a member in the new Vice Provost of Equity and Inclusion, Andre Lynch. Our reporter Alex Conklin spoke with Mr. Lynch.
Wednesday, April 17th, 2024, I will be interviewing Andre Lynch, who is the Vice Provost for IEB here at MCLA.
Yes, so my role as Vice Provost for Institutional Equity and Belonging at MCLA, it directly intersects with the core values and missions of the institution as a whole. The main alignment that I see really is in educating global citizens, right? And when we say we want to educate global citizens and create global citizens, you cannot do that without the core tenets of equity. You can't without the core tenets of equity and belonging. So, part of the role of my office is making sure that equity and belonging is intertwined and injected in every facet of the institution, right? So I would say that's one just major way that my specific role aligns with the core tenets of the institution as a whole. The landscape of equity work, especially in higher education, or just overall in education, it's under attack. It really is under attack, and we can see that by way of major legislation that has been passed, not in Massachusetts, but nationally, to really lessen the voice of belonging work. And it really hurts my heart and soul to know that that is a fact, that is happening. So
That was Andre Lynch. This is Alex Conklin, Beacon Web News.
North Adams resident Eric C. Cable, 37, is facing multiple felony charges after a 2022 shooting outside a Veterans of Foreign Wars bar. Following a dispute, Cable alleged fired at a vehicle, leaving no injuries but bullet damage. Police have sent shell casings from the scene for DNA testing to link Cable to the crime. Cable, who has a significant criminal record, pleaded not guilty and awaits trial result while on pre-trial release. Talia Magnani, a survivor of a decade-long sexual exploitation that began when she was just 3 years old, is now pioneering a safe haven for fellow survivors in the Berkshires. The Berkshire Hope House, spearheaded by the Berkshire Dream Center and set to open soon, aims to provide a sanctuary for children who have endured human trafficking. This initiative, requiring community support and further fundraising, features confidentiality in its location to ensure the safety of its residents. The facility will offer various support services, including art and music classes and a trauma-informed staff led by Magnani herself. MCLA's women's softball team faced off last week against the Westfield State O's. Our reporter Bree Cody was at the game weighing in.
On April 15th, the MCLA Trailblazers went against the Westfield Owls in a MASCAC doubleheader.
Still looking for their first league win this season. This will be a tough task for the Trailblazers because they are facing off against the second-ranked team in the conference. With not many conference games left, time is winding down for the Trailblazers if they want a shot at the playoffs. The Blazers need their bats going right from the start. They need their catchers Maggie Klosinski and Maddie Torres to really take charge with their bats and their leadership behind the plate. The Trailblazers ended up getting swept in both games, losing the first one 12-4 and the second game 18-2. After the first game, I interviewed Maggie Klosinski, who recorded a hit, 2 RBIs, and scored.
So tough loss here for the first game, but we came out really strong. I had a double to the fence to drive in 2 of our first runs. They answered pretty quickly, and we weren't really able to generate more runs till the end when I had a base hit, and then I came in on a drop third strike.
I then interviewed Alex Moyer, where we discussed what the team needs to work on in the future.
The game really didn't go our way, but, we're hardworking. We're still trying to figure some things out. I personally didn't do the greatest either.
This has been BWN Sports with your sports reporter, Bree Cody.
A public hearing on the renewal of the 10-year cable television contract with Spectrum/Charter Communications will take place on Wednesday, April 24th at 6 p.m. at the City Hall Council Chambers. The contract affects North Adams and the nearby towns of Adams, Cheshire, and Clarksburg. Residents are encouraged to attend in person, although a Zoom option is also available. The discussion will focus on community television needs and the operator's performance, excluding internet services. State law mandates this hearing as part of the renewal process, and relevant documents can be accessed through the local governmental offices. The North Adams Farmers Market will launch its outdoor season on May 18, 2024 at a new venue on Main Street. located with Touchy Coffee at 90 May Street, operating every Saturday from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. through October 19. Rain or shine, the market will feature over a dozen vendors offering early season produce, flowers, local meats, seafood, preserves, baked goods, and much more. Weekly vendor updates will be available in the market's newsletter. The market supports various payments options, including SNAP/EBT, with a doubling of benefits of up to $30 through the Market Match program. Parking is available at Staples City Plaza along Main Street. Now we have our reporter, Dylan Shank, who got the behind-the-scenes look at MCLA's recent theater production.
Over the past weekend, the MCLA Theater Department, in collaboration with the Mosaic Artist Resident, put on a wonderful show depicting the early life and struggles of Emma Goldman.
I'm excited to have had the opportunity to work on something that is both expressly political, kind of leftist agitation theater in a lot of ways, and to be able to do that in a protected environment, and to be able to do that kind of play that is not a polemic, right? It's not, yes, it has a message, and Emma Goldman certainly had a message, but it is supremely entertaining and compelling.
I've had a love of Emma Goldman, I think starting in high school, but really when I was in my mid-20s, I started working with some anarchist theater makers on a piece about Emma Goldman, but we realized that the script was not that great. It really kind of sanitized her for a more mainstream audience. So we wound up not doing the show, but then later on, I worked with a group of activists and students on a show about her life that I felt like reflected more of her actual experiences and beliefs. In 2021, I took a look at that script and thought, why not make this into a musical? One of the best parts of this process has been the students working on it embraced not only the show, but also Emma herself. I know people have been reading her memoir, which a lot of this is based on, and getting interested in her, in anarchism, in the time period. That's really what I want this show to accomplish.
That's all from me today. Stay curious and back to the studio.
On April 24th, the Communications Department had its end of the year award ceremony in Murdoch Hall. Students and faculty alike gathered to watch as awards such as Excellence in Radio and Excellence in Digital TV Theory and Production were given out. Students were happy to receive financial grants for the coming semesters, while others are looking forward to applying for more next academic year. After multiple changes to North Street, city officials proposed a revised plan. The new proposal ditches painted bike lanes for protected ones, addressing concerns over pedestrian spaces and parking. City Council discusses funding and public input for a 2025 reconstruction. A petition prompts reconsideration of North Street's layout, supported by Downtown Pittsfield, Inc. Recent changes aim to slow traffic and increase safety, but face criticism. They favor a plan promoting slower traffic, wider sidewalks, and safe cycling paths. Collaboration with the city for the final design is anticipated. Adams Beautification, active since 2022, aims to expand community involvement through a cleanup day on April 27th. Mary Parker highlights the event's role in fostering community pride, supported by volunteers and donations. The group collaborates with the Northern Berkshire Events Committee. Their efforts have revitalized public spaces, notable the town roundabout. Residents have shown appreciation with positive feedback and unsolicited donations. Recognized in town reports and nominated for awards, the group now tends to 11 gardens and received a grant for the visitor center. Cleanup activities will target various areas, including partnering with Second Chance Composting for sustainable waste disposal. Participants are urged to join at the Visitors Center, bringing gardening tools for the 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. event. The MCLA dining hall has confused students with their switch between paper plates and real ones. Our reporter Anthony Andalina wanted to find out why.
In a surprising turn of events, the MCLA Dining Hall has made headlines today as it adopts an unconventional approach to dining. With sustainability at the forefront, the cafeteria has taken a bold step by replacing traditional dishes with eco-friendly paper plates. This shift not only aims to reduce the institution's carbon footprint, but also reflects a commitment of environment responsibility.
Hi, my name is Arlene Knoll.
What were some of the causes to resorting to paper dishes?
At first, we didn't have enough dishwashers, so we had to go to paper and plastic.
How did you backtrack to real dishes?
Hired more dishwashers.
Was it easier? Was it harder?
No, I thought it was harder. I mean, it was harder with the paper because you had to remember to hand them their plate where usually they grab it themselves.
Thank you. The one thing I like about paper plates is it decreases the amount of effort our hardworking CAF employees have to do. They no longer have to clean the plates. Why not just throw them away?
While some may view this as a departure from culinary norms, it signals a progressive stride towards a greener future within the campus community. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into this innovative initiative and its impact on both students and in the environment. My name's Anthony Annalena, reporting for BWN.
Neighbors in Williamstown expressed concerns over the proposed affordable housing subdivision, hinting at a possible lawsuit against a town or Northern Berkshire Habitat for Humanity. Residents seek compromised communication and scaling down of the project, fearing adverse impacts on neighborhood character. Stormwater Management and Green Space Affordable Housing Trust emphasizes the ongoing development in stage and promises further community engagement and consideration of resident concerns. Tensions flared at a Dalton Street Select Board over sidewalk debates. The issue whether to use concrete for repairs, a citizen petition for concrete sparked controversy. Member John Bull's criticism of the petition process led to heated exchanges. The meeting was temporarily halted to calm tensions. Despite efforts, the board narrowly voted against recommending the concrete proposal. Chair Joe Diver criticized Bull's conduct, emphasizing citizen rights. Diver highlighted the lack of recourse for such incidents. Recently, the Milne Public Library in Williamstown hired Angela Zimmerman, the new library director. Our reporter Kyle Manzolini had a chance to speak with her.
On Monday, March 11th, Angela Zimmerman stepped forward as the new director of the David and Joyce Milne Public Library to celebrate their 150th anniversary, breathing new life to the community of Williamstown.
I've been here almost 7 weeks now. Everybody's been extremely friendly, extremely kind, learning lots about the community, about the organization, about the library, and very excited to go forward with lots of initiatives that are laid out in the strategic plan. So it's really important for me to understand like the organizational history here before making any dramatic changes. We'd love to consider a couple more evening hours, possibly Sunday hours, but really we're going to sit down and really look at the hours to see what we can do to offer more accessibility to the community. Another area is going to be creating a library of things. So I don't know if that's familiar to everybody. So that's like circulating items beyond books. Another area is going to be increasing and spending some time on our wayfinding and signage within the library. It can be a little bit confusing where to find certain items of the collection, so we're going to improve that area, and we're also going to focus on getting outside of the library more. The library goes beyond the four walls. We want to be out in the community. I really want this library to be a community center. I want this to be a beacon of knowledge and a lifelong learning institution for everyone.
A bright future lies ahead for the Milne Public Library, and congratulations on 150 years. This is Kyle Manzolini reporting for Beacon Web News.
On Monday, April 29, Fine and Performing Arts held a spring concert to celebrate the end of the semester, allowing students to unwind and party with music from local performers. Next week, the North Adams School Committee will consider a proposed $20 million budget for fiscal year 2025. which entails closing Greylock School and cutting 26 full-time positions. Superintendent Barbara Malkas confirmed the budget reflects a 1.51% increase, mainly due to rising contractual and out-of-district tuition costs. North Adams Mayor Jennifer Maxey announced plans to open a community recreation center at the former YMCA location during a public forum at City Hall. The center will provide swimming and fitness services once repairs include a near-complete pool roof fixed are finalized. The city will initially manage the facility and seek community input on desired programs and services. The initiative, supported partly by federal funds, aims to re-engage residents in recreational activities. In North Adams, local officials and community organizers, including the police department and the Northern Berkshire Community Coalition, hosted a safety event at Newell Field Playground. During the event, free bike helmets were distributed and bicycles and scooters were raffled off. The initiative, supported by a municipal road safety grant, also featured bike repairs and a barbecue. Free helmets will continue to be available at the police station throughout the summer. Our reporter Anthony Andelina took to the streets of MCLA to find out the worst gift a student has ever received.
Hello.
What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
My grandma used to give me like dress shirts, and I hate wearing fancy clothes, and she always gave me fancy clothes. I never wore them.
What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
A scarf.
From who?
My grandfather.
You didn't like the scarf?
No, it was very old.
It was very old?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
Expired lemonade.
Thank you. What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
I got some socks with holes in them.
That's pretty bad. What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
Sketches in a Jordan box.
That's pretty bad. What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
Probably just underwear.
Thank you. What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
My friend got me boner pills one year as a joke. That was not fun.
What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten? Yeah. What's the worst birthday gift you've ever gotten?
A pair of socks and a hairbrush.
MCLA is potentially receiving a $10 million donation for the construction of an art museum on campus. President Jamie Burge announced the anonymous donor is support of public liberal arts colleges and the arts, has been in talks with MCLA for 2 years, and is also an artist who will contribute their works to the new collection. The proposed 6,500 square foot facility will be built on MCLA Foundation property, funded jointly by the donor and the foundation. A gift agreement covering construction and operational costs for 3 years has been initially approved. Our reporter, Mamadou Diallo, is set to embark on an exciting new journey as he transitions to a role as a production assistant at ESPN headquarters following his graduation. Expressing profound gratitude for the opportunity to pursue his lifelong passion, Diallo shares excitement as he steps into his dream role. We extend our heartfelt congratulations and best wishes to him as he embarks on his new endeavor. Our reporter Bree Cody interviewed Kyle Mazzolini about being Trio Scholar of the Week.
Recently, our very own film enthusiast Kyle Manzolini was voted as the Trio Scholar of the Week.
I'm Kyle Manzolini. I was recently given the title of Trio Scholar of the Week, and the Trio is just like a support group. It's essentially just helps you succeed in all your academic endeavors, and the amazing staff there are there to help you every step of the way. When I first found out that I was Trio Scholar of the Week, I was like what? Are you sure this isn't going to anybody else? Why me? But it's taken me a while to adjust to that, and considering I'm at a good academic standing right now, I guess it makes sense. And what it means to me is that I've been a relatively hard worker, and that I've been putting as much effort as I have into my assignments, and it's helped enhance my learning experience here. So I think that's what being a Scholar of the Week means to me.
To be considered a part of TRIO, you are a first-generation college student. Neither parent nor guardian has a bachelor's degree. You are income eligible according to federal guidelines, and you have a documented disability. And with that, we just want to congratulate Kyle on your tremendous accomplishment. And that's all I have for BWN. I'm your reporter, Bree Cody.
As I sign off for the final episode of the spring semester on BWN, I reflect on the past 3 years with immense pleasure. Being a part of BWN has been an enriching experience, but it's bittersweet to announce that this semester marks not only the end of my journey with BWN, but also my time at MCLA. Keeping the North Adams and MCLA community informed has been a privilege, and I've cherished every moment. That's it for this week. To stay up to date with BWN, you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MCLABWN. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next semester.